Welcome back to the Spiked and Psyched podcast. This is episode 7. I'm your host, Val Constein, pro athlete for Nike.
And I am a 29-year-old. Oh, shit. My name's Kyle, and I'm a 29-year-old software salesman.
Nice.
So pretty equivalent introductions there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we both do stuff for work, I guess.
Both earn money, but in different ways.
Yeah, exactly.
One way might be cooler than the other.
I overheard Kyle today talking to a customer, and you were talking about the jerseys?
Yeah, so, yep, I was talking about the jerseys. So my office, essentially, this is also my office that I work out of. So my Zoom background is also our podcast background. So the only problem is now is like people are like, are you like a runner? They'll like ask me like, why do you have jerseys on your thing? I'm like, I'm a runner, but then I have to kind of explain that not all those jerseys are my jerseys, and then that like my fiance is way cooler than me. She's like a pro runner, and yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. I overheard you talking to him today, and you were like, yeah, I mean, she's like a 2-time Olympian, like she's way cooler than me. And then you were like, yeah, that's kind of like her full-time job. And he was like, really? She's like a full-time runner? And you were like, yeah, she is.
Yep.
And I just thought that was funny because I was like over in my office, just like,
Well, the guy I was also talking to asked like if that was like an Olympic gold medal.
oh, wow. No, it is not an Olympic gold medal. Wow.
Yeah. And so then I had to explain it to him. I was like, no, that was a medal from when she won like her event in the Olympic trials. Because I asked at first, I was like, are you familiar with track? Because, you know, a lot of people don't know what the steeplechase is, or even like general track events.
Right.
And he was like, no, I know nothing about track. But he was like, yeah, he thought it was cool. He definitely thought it was cool that, yeah, you were a pro runner and an Olympian. So, but, yeah, I mean, basically, like I take a lot more Zoom calls with customers for my job. So when we created the studio, or I guess like the backdrop for our podcast, it was also like a benefit for me was that it was a nice looking backdrop for Zoom calls. I guess the only thing I didn't think through is because I'm the only person on the Zoom calls, like you're not on my work Zoom calls, like customers ask me all the time about the jerseys, and I probably should just start lying and be like, oh yeah, that's my jersey, just to like make the conversation shorter, but I haven't done that yet. So
you make yourself more memorable though this way.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, I had this sales dude and his fiance is an Olympian. That's pretty cool.
I tell people about that so much.
I mean,
it's like the coolest part about my life is that like my girlfriend or my fiance is cooler than me.
I guess. I don't know. I just am the same old person though.
No, you're pretty cool. But yeah, anyways, yeah, that does come up. That was like the one thing when we created the backdrop for the podcast that when I started using it on Zoom calls, I didn't factor in that people would be asking me about the jerseys all the time. I was like, oh, it just looks really nice. Like this is way better than just like, because most people use like
bookshelves
or no, just like a lot of people, it's just like a blurred background on like a kind of crappy webcam.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had Zooms with people who have really nice cameras and have really nice looking backdrops, and I think it makes a difference. Like I think it comes off more professional.
Yeah.
And I think it definitely does look really good. Like it's a really good looking backdrop. But yeah, it's also kind of funny because it's not just like my shit. So
well, that's kind of cool though, because it definitely like adds to the story and it adds to like your personality and it adds to the depth of the call.
On another note, the backdrop will probably be changing a little bit soon. Our ficus over here on my side is horrifically dying before our eyes. It's lost like most of its leaves.
If anyone knows how to cure a ficus, please drop a comment and help us out here, because I don't know how to cure it.
I think we got a diseased ficus because it had these like brown spots when we bought it from Costco, but I didn't really think of it because like a lot of like plants have like little brown spots on, but then the brown spots have just gotten bigger and then like half the leaves have fallen off, and you can actually kind of see it in the video. They're like one of the leaves is just like half brown.
I know, it's so sad. And the leaves will like drop. Like we move it out of here into my office to get a little bit better sunlight, and I just will be working and leaves will drop, and it just breaks my heart. So unfortunately, our little ficus
Plant
is
killers.
not doing so well, which is so depressing. But anyways, on to some happier information. I thought we'd go into our segment, Workout of the Week.
Workout of the week.
Workout of the week. This week has actually been, this has been like my most intense week of training since I kind of got back into it. On Tuesday, I did double threshold. So I did 8x K in the morning and 8x K at night. And then today, actually, I did another threshold workout, but this time I did a large single session. And so today I did 16x K on the treadmill at threshold. So feeling a little tired. It's been a pretty big volume week, but it's been good.
Pretty gnarly.
But it was funny. I was feeling like insecure earlier today, and I would ask Kyle, like, "Oh, when does it start to feel better when you're like running higher mileage?" And Kyle was like, "You just have to adjust."
Oh no, you asked me like how does your body adjust to higher mileage? And I was like, you know the answer to that question. You just have to slowly ramp up, do it more, and your body will get used to the different training load, the mileage. Obviously, you have to do it slowly enough so you don't get hurt. But yeah, that was kind of funny. Val constantly asks me questions that she already knows. Yeah, crazy girl questions that she already knows the answers to. She just wants me to hear me say it to make her feel better. But that's fine.
That's what being a girl is all about, Kyle. It's
a boyfriend responsibility.
You have to deal with the crazy. But it's been pretty good. I mean, so far, like I've been able to pretty much go up like 5 or 10 miles a week for the past month. It's been pretty good. But yeah, definitely kind of managing that, being able to ramp up the volume and the intensity, but not getting injured, I think is always something that is, it's like this elusive thing. You're always trying to figure it out.
Well, I think generally speaking, I think runners are so prone to wanting to do too much. And in reality, I think 9 times out of 10, it just, comes back to bite you. Because like for someone like you, the most important thing is just staying healthy. Like five miles a week isn't going to make a difference. But if you slowly ramp up over time, build your mileage, stay healthy, that's way better than being like, oh, I hit a couple weeks at X mileage and then I got hurt.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I have had years like that where I've hit like 2 or 3 weeks at like 80 or 85 miles and then immediately get injured. And so, yeah, I definitely think that at least for this winter build, if I can get up to 70 and just hold 70 and be healthy and train well, I think that would be pretty huge.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Leading into the cross country race. Speaking of cross country.
Yeah, speaking of cross country, CU men and women crushed it today. Particularly the men. At the
Wisconsin
Nuttycombe. The Nuttycombe. Was it the Nuttycombe Invite?
I think it's called that, or Invitational. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I have the results right here.
But the men's team got second overall, which is really impressive.
Yep, second overall. Dominic Sarem got fourth, so continues to be a super low stick. Really impressive. And then let's see here. Isaiah was 31st, James Overberg was 33rd, and Dean Casey was 36th, and then Lucas Haug was 42nd. Am I saying that right? Lucas Haug?
I think it's Haig. And he's a Boulder boy. He went to Boulder High, Kyle.
Shout out
Boulder High.
Shout out Boulder High. Let's go. I should actually talk to him and introduce myself one day because he definitely doesn't know who the hell I am.
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
Kitty wants to attack Kyle again. And then the women did pretty well. I mean, considering that our top girl right now, she sat out this race. Jessie Secker sat out, didn't go and race Nuttycombe because she just really wants to focus on being ready to go for conference, regionals, and nationals. And so we were able to run like some other women who otherwise may not have been able to run in the A race. And so that was really good just to kind of build some momentum and build up some of our developing women. So that was really good. And then we also have Ashley Jones is kind of waiting to race at some of those later season meets as well. And so even though the women, didn't they finish?
They finished 12th.
They finished 12th. I think that if we had had Jessie in that race, we probably could have finished top 10. And then if we had Ashley, we might have been able to even creep closer to maybe into like the top, 8, something like that. But it's really exciting considering that CU didn't even make it to nationals last year. For our women to be consistently like in the top 15 at these big races, I think is a huge step in the right direction.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also too, like obviously there's some girls that would be towards the front of the order that didn't race. So
Totally.
yeah, I mean, only that's a good sign if you're still doing relatively well. But yeah, Nuttycombe invite. We're getting into the heart of cross country. Next thing is pretty much it's conference, I think, next. And then regionals, nationals. So it's like gonna be here before you know it.
I know.
Which is kind of insane.
The thing I always thought the most insane thing about college cross country, I always thought was that regionals and nationals are a week apart.
Yeah, I've always thought that was so dumb. Like, so I raced in D2, it was always 2 weeks apart. And yeah, it was always like, okay, so the men run 8Ks all year. Then you go to regionals, you run your first 10K of the year, and then you have to run a 10K the next week. Yeah, I don't know why D1 does that. It seems silly.
It's very intense, but
One thing that D2 is better than D1 at.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Another thing I thought that was really cool about D2 is remember when you did that thing where you raced cross country in like, when was that? Like January? Your nationals was like super late.
It wasn't in January. It was like closer to Christmas. It was like middle of December.
Yeah, that was
It was like
cool.
a festival year in like D2. I don't think D1 does this.
No, they don't.
But like every 4 years, there's like a festival year where like all the D2 national championships or like a lot of like the fall sport national championships happen in like the same city during the same like couple weeks.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
did you get to like go watch any other sports? No.
No.
Is that the point though of having it all in the same city?
I think it's like kind of like, I think it's just kind of copying a Olympic type thing, right? Where it's like, oh, it's kind of like a festival thing. There's all these different sports. But like, to be fair, I don't think many people are going to watch D2 like nationals of any sport. Like cross country probably had like the biggest amount of people at the race, but that's just because there's like 300 kids in the race and they have parents and
and
all that stuff. Like there's just like the event with the most number of kids probably.
That course was insane though.
Yeah, that course was fucked.
In Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's
we were running like straight downhill.
Yeah, and I had mono. That was cool.
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah. Yeah. Some guy, multiple people like fell and like, anyways, my fifth year, senior year, last year at Western State, we got third at nationals, which was the best finish when I was there. And it was this, we raced at this course in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And the first like 400 meters of the course was like pretty significantly downhill and it was super muddy. So it ended up being like very dangerous. And yeah, multiple people fell and like a couple of people got like kind of trampled. And
didn't one kid like
break his wrist and then got up and I think was still like an All-American. I think he went to School of Mines. I can't remember his name, but yeah.
I just remember another picture of like a kid had fallen down and he was like getting back up.
And he got like kneed in the face. Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
D2 is crazy.
Yeah.
Rocket wants to bite.
D2 is like, nationals is like the only thing that's like even remotely similar to anything like at the D1 level. Like as far as like the quality of the meet, like even, you know what I mean? Like even regionals is like not nearly as nice. Whereas like you guys will go to these meets and you all have like your own tents.
And there's like fancy timing equipment and there's like a bunch.
We have like time. It's not like we have like, it's not like there's people sitting there like fucking holding stuff up.
Still have those giant screens.
Yeah, no, everything is much nicer. There's a lot higher quality.
And like the whole course is roped off.
Yes.
Basically.
Or it's on like nicer courses and
I kind of like the grittiness of the D2 though. It's crazy.
Yeah. I guess.
When you guys just hop in a bus and drive for 14 hours to get to California.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I'm glad that part of my life is over.
Yeah.
For just that. Not like going to college is great, but that part of driving really long distances to race at sea level was not fun.
No, not
But
fun.
character building.
Yeah, definitely.
Character building.
Maybe it's made you tough.
I remember one year we were driving to California. Maybe it was on the way back. And so the like for multiple years, Western had this van that was like a short distance commuter, but we used it to like drive super far. And we had this woman on our women's team at Western. Her name was Georgia. She was super cool, but she was like a little bit older. Like she had like not gone to school right away, so she was like, I want to say like maybe like 28 or something. Anyways, she I remember one time we were like driving back, and because this wasn't like a long haul bus, it got like really like venti, and like people were like laying on the middle aisle of the bus and like spooning each other basically, because some people wanted to like lay on the ground and sleep.
Yeah.
And I like laid down on the ground too, because like someone like let me, and then Georgia was like freezing and she started like spooning me. So I was spooning, I can't remember, but anyways, it was just kind of funny because it was like this 28-year-old, she was like the team mom. Like we were like huddling for warmth.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, I think they actually have a nice bus now, so don't not go to Western because of the old bus situation when I was there.
Yeah, I mean, everything has changed a lot. I mean, even CU has like gotten a lot more modern and gotten a lot nicer, and like everything is fancier.
Yeah.
Even just from a D1 standpoint, like when I first got to CU, the indoor track didn't exist. We had Balch.
Balch was fucking sick.
Balch is sick.
Is still fucking sick. I won
this-
multiple junior state titles at that track. Fun fact. I fucking love that track.
Child champion.
Let's go.
That's sick.
Peak of my running career. No, just kidding.
Kyle.
Yeah, that track was fucking awesome. I mean, I have really good. I don't think many people were actually in those races, but yeah, that track was sick.
It still is pretty cool. I mean, I think that ROTC
Has a lot of character.
Yeah, it does. ROTC, I think, does practice in there sometimes, but obviously, like, the track team doesn't do anything in there. But it's this, like, flat 200-meter indoor track. It's, like, 3-lane. The lanes are really skinny.
Yep.
And
part of the track goes, like...
behind a wall.
Behind an elevator shaft, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's, like, asbestos in the ceiling.
Is there asbestos? Is that... Yeah. Well, so for some context for people that don't know, CU has 2 indoor tracks, but now they have like a state-of-the-art, they call it the IPF, which I guess it just got rebranded to the Ford.
Mm-hmm.
So Ford now like sponsors the building, I assume. And it's like 300-meter track. It's like one of the few 300-meter tracks in the country. It's like Mondo. But the track before that was called Balch Fieldhouse, and it was this 200-meter flat track, gangster with a lot of personality, and like there's a bunch of like divots, like just like random, like
it's like bumpy, and they did resurface that.
They did?
They did, because they had to, because they were going to host like a track meet there, and they had to get it sanctioned or whatever in order for the meet to happen, and they were like, nope, this meet can't. Like, we can't sanction this meet because of this damage to the track. So they did resurface that part. But
fair.
I remember also in Balch, we used to put the Alter G in the closet.
I remember that.
And so it was like the most depressing thing ever. It was like, okay, do not get injured because you'll get relegated.
Yeah, because it was like this closet.
It was literally a closet.
Yeah.
It was awful. And like, Balch would get really cold, and so people would close the door. But then if you were using it, it got really hot. So then I remember sometimes you'd walk in and the whole the whole window would be totally steamed. It'd be like raining.
People are in there banging.
No, well, maybe.
It's like the scene from the Titanic. You just see someone's hand just...
Oh my gosh, maybe.
See, yeah, maybe back in the day.
Maybe, I mean,
who knows?
Crazy stories. I've heard some crazy stories of the Balch days, but they used to host concerts in Balch too.
What?
Yeah, and so I would sneak into the concerts, or if you like...
When you were in college?
Yeah.
What?
Like, I think Chance the Rapper did a concert there, and so we like...
That would be weird, though, because the the stands are like 20 meters above.
No, it was only on the ground. They didn't let people upstairs.
That's even weirder. Then everyone's on the same fucking level. That's even worse.
It was weird.
Yep.
But we like snuck in, saw Chance the Rapper and Skrillex too.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Why wouldn't they be in the stadium? The Balch is attached to the stadium.
I don't know. They just didn't want to be in the stadium. I think it was wintertime. And so they hosted concerts in Balch. And we would sneak in because it was like the lowest security building in the whole world.
That's fucking sick, actually.
It was really cool.
You saw Skrillex in the Balch Fieldhouse.
Skrillex.
What?
Yeah. It was crazy. He's a weird looking dude.
Yes, he is. That's funny. I had no idea that they did concerts.
And I was at the concert for like 20 minutes and then people started doing coke or Molly or whatever, snorting something. And so then I left. I was like, nah, this ain't for me, fam.
Goody Two Shoes was out of there.
Yeah, it's true. And actually, it's
Which is fair. I would have done the same thing.
Well, I was actually a huge Skrillex fan. I was super into dubstep in high school. No, like super into dubstep. Like it was my thing. Like I had CDs burned that I would play in my dad's BMW, and my dad hated it.
God, I can just imagine like young Valerie just like rolling up to like the senior like parking lot and just being like, "Fuck yeah!"
And it's like making all these weird noises. I'm like, hell yeah!
Oh, cringe.
No, but I loved it, and so I was so excited to see Skrillex.
Yeah, I mean that would be cool to see Skrillex.
Especially because I was super like he was one of my favorite whatever artists, DJs, whatever at the time, and so I like was super excited, and then people started doing coke, and I was like, this sucks, because I was actually looking forward to hanging out here. Nobody that I knew, but like I saw people like doing coke.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you definitely, unfortunately, sometimes get exposed to that stuff in college.
I know. Really anywhere though, because even like people that we know probably, if they went to like a crazy party would.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, for sure. But yeah, in college I was the same way. I was like a goody two shoes. Like I was like, I was like trying to be cool, but I was like, get away from me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, because I thought I was like, oh, they're gonna drug test us in college.
No, I mean you have to be super careful about that.
Yeah, because they do drug test you.
Kids did that and got tested. And I remember one kid that we knew, he had like smoked pot or something, and they were doing like random drug tests at Western, which was super random, especially at Western. And I mean, he wasn't like a good runner or anything, but he didn't even take the test. He was just like, I can't take the test.
That
like,
counts as failing it.
Yep. Yeah. So, but
damn.
Yeah. Which is, anyways, I never got drug tested, but they would just like randomly choose someone.
I think I got drug tested once in college, but always I was just such a goody two shoes. Like I never did anything like that.
Yeah. Well, and it's also silly. Like I kind of think that, and it's, at least in Colorado, like if you can, like you can drink, and you wouldn't get you wouldn't get popped on a drug test for alcohol. Not but you could get popped for weed.
Do you want to hear a funny story?
Sure.
So I don't remember like who it's actually about, so it kind of makes it even better. It's super anonymous. But I was talking to somebody about like the USADA tests. USADA like comes and tests pro runners randomly. And apparently like USADA shows up to this person's house and they were like shit-faced, like completely drunk. And USADA like does the whole drug test and this person is completely hammered. And it's kind of like...
Was this a pro runner?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, pro runner was completely...
Like in their off season or something.
I don't know, maybe, or maybe it was like after a race or something.
Yeah.
I don't know the details because I can't even remember like who the story was about. But like USADA shows up and the athlete's completely hammered. I think they had friends over or whatever and they were just at their house, like, drinking, like watching a football game or whatever, completely hammered. And USADA had to do the whole drug test and this person's just trashed. And I thought that was funny. It's like, okay, so that's okay. But if they smoked pot 2 months ago, that's not okay.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
crazy. It's kind of silly. But yeah.
Sometimes it be like that.
Anyways, I don't even know how we got started talking about that. But just, I guess, to quickly circle back. CU men had a great day and they're looking really, really promising for the later end of the season. So shout out to CU men. Even though I didn't go to CU, grew up in Boulder, so big fan. And then, yeah, women are looking good too.
Yeah, building, which is so, so cool to see because
Yep.
it's been kind of a rough couple years. So,
Yes.
and honestly, it's great for me too because, last year I think was kind of like a building year for me. And so to kind of see the athletes that I've been doing similar workouts to kind of be able to have, some breakthrough performances is really cool. So then I'm super excited now to race too, getting fired up.
Yeah. 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 Well, if you're racing before you know it, I was thinking about that, and it's like, it seems like kind of a long time if you think about it, but I remember last year, you raced in like February, and then next thing you know, it's like
Outdoor.
outdoor. Yeah. So it comes around quick.
I know.
Gotta appreciate all the times of the year, even the off season, because it always just happens. Like that's the one thing too. Like even for all these kids that are in college,
Yeah.
it's just like enjoy college running. It's so cool,
It's
and it goes by so quick. And I mean, it's crazy to think that we've been out of school for what?
like 6 years.
Yeah, insane. We've been out of school longer than we were in school at this point,
I know.
or
Yeah.
in college.
It's such a
Crazy.
special thing. Like, I think that at least when I was in high school, I could not wait to get out of high school and go to
Yeah.
college. And then when I was in college, I hated engineering so much. I couldn't wait to be done. But now it's like, oh my gosh, like I really wish, like if I could go back and do anything, I would have loved to just savor those moments and not take things so seriously and really try to enjoy myself
Yeah.
more in high school and college.
Yeah.
And even now, like I struggle with that too. Like sometimes I get so wrapped up in things, I forget to enjoy myself.
Yeah, it's a good reminder. I mean, I think it's just more of like everything when you look back on it, just like it's like, oh wow, that like went by really quickly. And
Yeah.
in the moment you're like you're a freshman or whatever in college, and it's like,
You're like, I can't wait to move out of the dorms.
yeah, but it also feels so long. You're like 4 years, or like 5 years, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like so far from now, but before you know it, yeah. So enjoy it because it's super fun. But I remember my 5th year, just like on that same note, my 5th year of college, I was like, holy shit, get me out of here. But that was also like a combination of like Gunnison winters and
Yeah.
we were dating, and I was like, I wanted to move back, but yeah, that 5th year felt long, and running wasn't going like great all
Yeah.
the time. So
Yeah. It's easy to,
it's easy to get caught up, but like when you
Totally.
zoom out, you're like, oh, that was like, it's the saying of that Andy had in the office. It's like, I wish someone would tell you you're in the good times, like or whatever it is, like
the good old years while you're in them. Or
yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
the good old times, like yeah, whatever the quote is, we fucked it up, but
We fucked it up. But it's a really good quote because yeah, I mean, these are the good old years. Like, we'll look back at the times that, like when we were in Paris together
Oh,
for the
yeah.
Olympics and
core memories.
yeah, totally. And then, even like this whole journey with me getting my contract and all these things and how hard it was and finally getting it. Like it's so cool this point in our lives right now.
Yeah, well, I think that's actually like, I guess something I just thought of is like when you're in college, you have all these like cool things that you're like working towards, like NCAAs and track NCAAs, all that, whatever, all these things that are like kind of like big potential moments that are really cool and really unique. But after you graduate and like for me, like stop running, you kind of have to like make things that are special.
Yeah.
Right? Like I've been able, like for me, I wouldn't say I'm like a normal person because I get to tag along and do a bunch of cool stuff that I wouldn't get to do because I get to tag along with your running stuff, which is super cool. And kind of the same thing, like you still are working towards all those really big things. But for like a normal person, like once you graduate, if you were a runner and you're just working a job, you go from having these like things every single year to then being like, okay, well, what's the cool thing this year? Like you kind of have to create it on your own. So you kind of have to find a different purpose. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know why we're getting so
meta,
yeah, very meta.
super meta. But kind of along those lines, like creating things that you're excited about and looking forward to. Kyle has a cool thing coming up.
Yep. I'm going on a trip with my buddy Philip and some other friends. We're going biking in Bentonville for a few days. I'm leaving
Biking.
mountain
Explain.
biking.
There you go.
Mountain biking, sorry. Yeah, we're big mountain bikers. Yeah, Phil has been trying to get me to go to Bentonville for forever. And because he's always down there. My friend Phil works a job where he's like constantly traveling to like events and all sorts of things. So he's always out there because there's always like bike events and stuff that his company goes to out there. Anyways, so he's been trying to get me to go out there forever. So yeah, finally going out there. I'm gonna check it out for a few days, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, they say Bentonville is kind of like a mountain biking hub.
Yeah, well, Walmart, it's like the headquarters of Walmart, and like Walmart invested like millions and millions of dollars into like it wasn't like a mountain biking place, and they just like made it into one with like Walmart money.
That's so weird.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like. But like, I have friends like the Czars boys.
Oh yeah,
they fucking hate Bentonville.
they do?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Why?
I don't know, because it's just something like.
Oh, it's something to hate.
Yeah. But it's fun. The way they talk about it is pretty funny.
Yeah.
So I know I'll get shit from them for going.
But it'll be cool because you're going to fly out there, rent a bike.
Yeah. Phil was like, you should go out there and just bring your bike. And I was like, bro, I don't want to like take my bike to the airport and all, like pack it and all this shit.
Oh my God, yeah.
So,
I'd have to drop you off at the airport or something because I don't think that you could make.
You could put it in on the bus, but whatever. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm just gonna rent, and it'll be sick. So I'll get to go trash someone else's bike.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that'll be fun. I haven't been on a trip.
A boys' trip.
Yeah, haven't been on a trip not related to Val, or not with Val, or related to Val's running.
Since I blew out my knee, right? When you went to Moab.
Has it been that long?
I think so, yeah.
Jesus.
Because I think that you...
See, time goes by fast.
Yeah.
If you don't look around and enjoy it once in a while,
exactly.
you're gonna miss it.
Yeah, Kyle was like, should I go? I don't know. Should I go? And
I was concerned with work mostly. Because I have to miss a couple days of work.
Yeah, I get it. And I understand the concern because like salespeople have quotas and all these things. And, you know, if you're not actually dialing, you could be losing out. But I just
always
felt like...
be closing.
Exactly. I just felt like, you know, Kyle deserved to go do something unrelated to me just for fun. Because I feel like he just follows me around.
Dropping this hoe in the rearview mirror. Exactly. Go and hang out with the boys.
Get into some trouble. Well, not too much trouble.
No, we won't. Probably be too tired from biking all day. But yeah, anyways, so that'll be cool. I haven't done a lot of mountain biking the last year. I mean, I usually try to bike like at least once a week. But it's probably been more like once every 2 weeks. But yeah, there was a period of time where I was biking like 3-4 times a week. So yeah, I love mountain biking. Just life gets busy.
I know, life gets super busy.
So yeah, anyways, so yeah, that'll be exciting. But yeah, what are you gonna do when I'm gone?
I'll probably try to reach out to some of my lady friends.
Oh, okay.
And hang out with my lady friends.
Whoa, okay.
See about going on some runs with some people. Probably, I don't know, maybe cook some food that you don't like and eat it.
That's actually a fucking funny comment.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is that so funny?
No, that's just because I like most things, but there are some things that you like that I probably am like, I'd rather not eat that.
Yeah, like Kyle doesn't like mushrooms. I like mushrooms.
I don't like tomatoes either.
Yeah, Kyle doesn't like tomatoes, so I could maybe.
That's really like all. Like I'll eat pretty much everything else.
Sun-dried tomato and mushroom frittata or something.
Oh god, I'd kill myself.
It's gonna be delicious. Be fucking delicious. And Kyle doesn't get to eat any of it because he'll be in Bentonville. Yeah. I'll probably try to read a bunch too.
Nerd.
Because when Kyle is here, he sometimes distracts me while I'm trying to read.
Nope. I don't do that. Yeah, I was literally about to make fun of you because I was like, you probably read.
I like to read.
No, yeah, reading's good. Everyone should read.
Kyle.
I don't do much.
You don't do it at all. Kyle
I read.
He reads captions on Instagram.
I'm learning stuff. I mean, I listen to like podcasts and watch YouTube videos. But yes, there's nothing to replace reading. I should read more. I just haven't committed to
a book.
Yeah.
Well, because you buy all these boring ass books like 10 sales tactics to change your career.
No, yeah, I've gotten recommended a bunch of like sales books.
A bunch of dumb books that
they're not boring. Dumb books.
They look so
sales
boring.
Like managers will be like, you should read this, then you buy it, and then you're like,
You're like, wow, this sucks. I don't want to read this shit.
No,
Why don't you like
what if someone from my job listens to this? No, I read all of them and I enjoy all of them thoroughly.
and then I pick them up and then immediately fall asleep. But didn't you read like Game of Thrones at one point?
I've read all sorts of stuff. I've read all the Harry Potter books, Game of Thrones, The Hobbit. Yeah, I mean, go down the list. I think my like favorite book of all time was oh fuck me, I literally just had it in my head. Anyways, okay, we'll come back.
We'll circle back.
But yeah, no, I love reading. It's always one of those things. Like, I feel like reading is, once you get into a good book, it's really fun to read.
Oh yeah,
but it's
super fun.
When you get out of the habit of reading, it's hard to get back into it because you kind of have to, like, you have to set aside like real time.
Yeah, like
to
an
read.
hour usually.
Yeah, exactly. So that's more my thing, is like, I'm either working or hanging out with you or
brain rotting
or playing video games or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would rather play video games with my homies. Battlefield 6 just dropped. We've been playing that a little bit.
It's been so annoying. Like, I'll wake up to go to the bathroom at 2 a.m.
That has not happened.
And
You've not waked up. She
playing video games.
She exaggerates so hard. You've woken up at midnight once, and we were still playing. We're on like our last game.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, dude.
Haters gonna hate.
That's a fun game. I don't know what to tell you. I've been trying to get Val into video games, but she won't. She won't bite.
I don't really like it that much. I'm a kind of a bit of a nerd.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. It's like impossible to
tell.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell.
But I used to really like to play Minecraft.
That fits you.
Yeah, and I like that game.
You could download Minecraft.
I don't know if I want to play console.
Okay.
It also costs money. I think it's like $50.
Yeah, you can afford it. Probably shouldn't do it.
Oh, okay. I just don't think I need like another thing. Like, I already have like reading and cooking and caring for my cats. Like, what else? And running. And my other job.
Yeah, I mean, no, for sure. That was kind of my point about like, you're giving me shit about reading, and it's like, well, something has to give.
True.
And it's like, okay, well, I have a good group of buddies who like to play video games. I'm probably not going to give that up.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, at some point, I'll read more. But right now, not doing that too much.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, everyone should read. And that is advice I should take too. Okay, transitioning. One thing that we haven't talked about, that we've talked about talking about, we haven't talked about, is F1.
Formula One.
Yeah.
The Austin GP.
Yeah, Austin GP this weekend. It's actually, fun fact. So anyone who doesn't watch Formula One, you should watch Formula One, or you should at least watch Drive to Survive on Netflix. It's a good way to get into the show. Yeah, we're in kind of the second half of the Formula One season right now. And there's a Formula One race coming up this weekend, the Austin Grand Prix. It's actually the only race, Formula One race, that Val and I have ever actually seen in person. We went back in 2023?
21.
What?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Time flies.
Like we were saying earlier.
Time just marches on.
God damn. Yeah, so we've been F1 fans since like 2019? 2020?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we've gotten like super into it, but this year is actually interesting. Kind of the last, for anyone who doesn't know, essentially there's 10 teams. Each team has 2 drivers, and the last like 2-3 years have been pretty much dominated by one guy, Max Verstappen, who's an absolute, who drives for Red Bull. There's a bunch of different teams. Some of those teams are like McLaren, Aston Martin, Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, like big car manufacturers mostly. Alpine, if anyone knows, that's a French car brand. They kind of suck.
Thank Flavio for that.
Yeah.
JK Flavio, please don't send the mafia after me.
So anyways, this year is actually pretty good. There's a competitive battle. It's not just Max winning. So McLaren just won the team championship at the last race.
Because they scored so many points that no other team could possibly catch up in the remainder of the season.
Yeah, they've dominated all year long. But right now, basically the standings for F1. So basically what happened, for anyone who doesn't know too much about Formula One, there's two elements. One, you have the driver, and they're these super talented, really, really good drivers. But honestly, in my opinion, the biggest component is how good is your team's car.
Mm.
So it's a huge like engineering, like basically competition where all these teams are competing to create the fastest possible car within the regulations, because the regulations kind of change each season. So it's very common in Formula One for certain teams to kind of dominate year to year. For the last 4 years, Red Bull's kind of dominated. Before that, it was Mercedes. And then right now, it's kind of a little bit of a McLaren. Like last year and a half has been all McLaren. And so McLaren also has two really good drivers, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. And so right now in the championship, even though McLaren has won the championship, which is kind of a big deal, but no one really talks about it, but no one gives a shit about the actual like team championship. I
think the actual constructors care because it means their budget could increase.
Yeah. Everyone, like the teams care about the constructors because there's a lot of money in it. But like individually, I feel like, some people will be like, oh yeah, like some people care. But if it's like your team, you care. But if your team's not winning, but for the most part, people just care about the drivers.
Yep.
But anyways, so the two main McLaren drivers are 1-2 in the championship. So Oscar Piastri is winning. Lando Norris is in second. And then Max Verstappen of Red Bull is in third. So like really only those three drivers are in like serious contention. And
they're all really good.
Yeah, they're all really good. One of them is not that good.
Oh, okay. No shade.
Kind of some shade.
But it's really cool to see because, I don't know, I think that Oscar Piastri has like a winner's attitude, a winner's mentality.
Yeah.
Like similar to Max.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the more, of the two McLaren drivers, he's like very level-headed, doesn't get very upset. And he kind of got screwed at the last GP, which kind of turned into a whole thing. So for anyone who doesn't know about Formula One, essentially there's two teammates, but because it's like this huge engineering like competition in a lot of ways to make the fastest car, your teammate is your closest competition because it's the only person that's driving in the exact same car as you. So you really want to beat your teammate because it would be like, you're basically pretty much fairly equal in every other regard.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's like, oh, who's the better driver?
Mm-hmm.
That's like the best representation because they're driving the same car. So because McLaren has the best car, they also have the top two drivers in the championship. But
in the last race.
Yeah, so Oscar, it was Max started first. Oscar was in second. So in Formula One, there's qualifying. So you basically try to do, everyone on the grid does like the fastest lap that they can. That determines the starting order for the Grand Prix. So the starting order for the Grand Prix based on qualifying was Max Verstappen of Red Bull, then Oscar, then Lando. And at the last race, Lando like basically crashes into his teammate in the first corner. They didn't like take each other out, but it was dangerous. But he basically like kind of like shoved his teammate Oscar Piastri, who's winning the championship, in front of Lando, out of the way. But they're also teammates. So it creates this like super weird and awkward dynamic.
It's so toxic because then the team like managers or the engineers are on the radio and the driver's pissed. Like, are you kidding me? I can't believe you just did that. Like, aren't you going to do something about it? And they're always just told like, we'll talk about it after the race. Just focus on like trying to bring the car home and getting as many points as possible. And so like in any other situation, like if a different car crashed, like if a Ferrari crashes into a Mercedes, Ferraris, or like the Ferrari crashes into the Mercedes like engineers are going to be on the radios trying to get some sort of penalty, trying to get some sort of retribution for that collision. And so the team will go after the other driver and the other team to try to get something out of it. But in these situations where teammates crash into each other, it's in the team's best interest not to do anything, to not give any penalties, to not try to get the like federation involved in anything, because they want both the cars to finish as high as possible. So they kind of just try to silence the drivers, keep them quiet, keep them happy until after the race.
Yep.
But I think in the end, like those types of situations, if it, continues to happen, it just creates a lot of bad blood. I mean, people still talk about Lewis Hamilton and
Max in 2021.
Yeah.
So okay, sorry. So really quick, I just looked up the results. So actually, it was George on pole. Max was in second, and then it was Oscar and Lando.
Yeah. Still though, they were right next to each other.
Yeah, they were right next to each other, and like every place counts. So if you finish in the top 10 in Formula One, you score points. And if you finish first, you score the most points. Down to 10, you score the least.
But it's not like a 1 point difference.
Yeah, it's
between first place and third place, there's like a
ton of different points.
Yeah, like a 50 points.
No, it's not that high.
It's pretty high though. Where like then when it goes down, then it's like 1 point difference.
Yeah,
like 9 and 10 are 1 point difference, but like first and second have.
I think first is like 25 points.
Yeah, and it's like a 10 point difference.
And then it's like 18 points.
Yeah,
for second, something like that.
So there.
But yeah, like the difference between finishing if you're Lando and you're in fourth.
Yep.
So Lando Norris is the name of McLaren's second driver in the championship. If you're Lando, you really want to beat Oscar, who's starting in front of you, because you need to get more points to try to catch up to him on the in the championship. So, anyways, I think it's pretty funny because I don't think Lando is nearly as good of a driver as Oscar. I think he has talent, but I think he's completely mentally chalked by Max Verstappen. Yeah. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Every time they interview Lando, he's like, yeah, props to Max. He's just so great.
Well, every driver is like scared of Max. Like if you're starting on pole and Max is behind you, everyone's like, fuck.
Because Max kamikaze dive bombs people.
Yeah. I think Max will probably go down as the greatest driver ever.
Bold claim. When you still have Lewis Hamilton, the GOAT.
I mean, he's the GOAT. Yeah. I mean, for sure. He's definitely...
Like, Max will have to surpass Lewis in all of those things in order to be...
He'll have to win 8 titles, or he'll have to win 7 to be considered equal.
Yeah. And have just as many race wins, too.
No, I think championships you can have equal... I don't know. I mean...
But Lewis
I think
has
that
both.
I think that comes down... But you can make an argument that if you have super dominant cars during super dominant years, you can just rack up so many wins. Like, look at the year that Max had. He won like 19 fucking races
in a row.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying though that there are like Lewis Hamilton supporters. They'll like die for Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
So you can't.
It's cringe.
You can't say anything that Max is better or whatever until he actually has the hardware to prove it.
Yeah. So I guess a quick breakdown. So essentially, Oscar and Lando are competing for the world championship, and it kind of seemed like Max was out of it. But since in the second half of the season, Red Bull's car is looking really good.
Mm-hmm.
Max has beat them, and he's like clawing his way back into it. And I think very few people would disagree that he's probably the best driver on the grid right now, like besides cars.
If Lando and Oscar keep fighting and there's like a bunch of team turmoil, that could make it harder for one of those drivers to get the constructor, and Max might be able to surge ahead.
Yeah.
Like if another incident
They've done
happens,
a pretty good job. Like there's definitely a history in Formula One of like driver relationships getting super fucking toxic. Yeah, Nico and Lewis Hamilton and like Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber and yeah, I mean go down the line. I mean
even Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly had a toxic thing going.
Yeah, Esteban Ocon is awful.
No shade to Esteban Ocon.
No shade. No, throwing shade at us. I do not like that guy. I
Okay.
think that guy's a loser. No, I just kidding.
He's very-
way cooler. He's way cooler than me. He's
Yeah.
in Formula One, but I
He's
don't
very
I don't like
French.
his vibe.
Slender Man vibe.
Yeah, he's got a Slender Man vibe. He's like
Slender
super
Man
tall, super skilled. I mean, to be fair, not to defend him, I'm not a huge fan of his, but if you're that tall, he's like 6'2".
Yeah, he's
You have to be super skinny because like
know.
power to weight ratio in Formula One's really important.
That's why everyone says Yuki Tsunoda has an advantage because he's micro.
Yeah, well, it's not working.
Poor Yuki.
Yeah.
He also got trapped in that car.
Yeah, and he'll probably get fired. But anyways, yeah, we'll
probably
probably talk more about Formula One. But anyways, the championship this year is pretty interesting
Yeah.
because Lando and Oscar
Have a good fight going.
have a good fight going, but Max is also, I think, driving better than them, and the car's looking more competitive. So could be a three-way battle. And yeah, I mean,
That would be sick.
I think Oscar will probably win it. I think
Yeah.
he's way more consistent, way more level-headed, and I think Lando's kind of a
Yeah, but McLaren
party boy.
But McLaren prefers Lando.
I don't think so.
I think they do.
I don't think so. They signed Oscar to a longer contract. Anyways, moral of the story, we'll probably just recap
Some Formula One
some
stuff.
Formula One here and there. We like it, but we won't get too in the weeds. But yeah, it's a good time to get into Formula One because there's some interesting stuff happening.
Mhm.
It's not a blowout year. Well, it is a blowout year by McLaren, but at least the two McLaren drivers are
Fighting.
A lot of the years when there's like one really dominant team, it's like there's also one super dominant driver,
Yeah.
which makes it kind of boring.
Yeah, because then in the past there have been races where like Max Verstappen wins by like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Not like that much, but yeah, it can be a lot.
And same with like Lewis Hamilton back in his dominance.
Yeah.
It'd be like, okay, it's really a race for second. And
Yep.
at least this year there are like a lot of races where people are winning who maybe you wouldn't have expected, and it's not always a McLaren win. And so it's been
It's
very
been
interesting.
mostly McLaren wins though.
Yeah, it has. But there've been, some others which have been good.
Yeah,
Fun to see.
yeah. But anyways, it should be yeah. Anyways, so we love Formula One, and we'll probably talk about it more. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have too much. I guess we kind of just like riffed on a bunch of stuff. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we could be good to wrap it up if you feel like that's a good spot.
Yeah, I do. Oh shit, we didn't even talk about the fucking Chicago Marathon.
We can save that.
I don't know why we would save it.
Okay, fine. We can briefly talk about the Chicago Marathon.
Yeah, really briefly.
Connor Mantz.
Is a fucking dog.
Goat.
Holy shit. I can't believe we forgot about this.
I know, that's kind of crazy. Connor Mantz did a really, really good job. Obviously, the American record was a pretty high bar.
I mean, I think everyone knew he was going to break it.
It was just a matter of when. And
Yeah.
Chicago's the perfect place to do it because it's a very flat course.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to have pacers.
Yeah.
And the crowd is super into it, and the weather's usually pretty good. It
Yeah.
can be kind of humid,
And it could be windy.
and it can, but generally speaking, this time of year, it's decent.
Yeah.
I obviously didn't go to Chicago this year. Nike probably wanted to take some other people, or they wanted to give me a break because I'd gone 2 years in a row previously.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool to see. And then my friend Sarah Sutherland, shout out Sarah if you're listening, good job. Sarah Sutherland ran her first marathon at Chicago, and she broke 3 hours, and so that was kind of her big goal. She was in one of the like open races. She wasn't in the elite race, but still, that's almost more impressive because like you have to carry all your own stuff,
Yep.
The elites get the advantage of like they don't have to carry their goose with them.
Yeah.
They just
Well,
grab
yeah,
them.
you get like
Aid stations.
Yeah,
You
aid
have like
stations.
special professional aid stations.
Yep.
So that was cool. And then I think Dakota Lindworm did really well too.
Yeah. Here, I'll just go through it really quick. So we have like a breakdown. So I'll just do the champion and then like top Americans.
Yeah.
So champion on the men's side was Jacob Kiplimo. He ran 2:02.23, which is insanely fast. And then staying on the men's side, Connor Mantz broke the American record, ran 2:04.43. And then on the women's side, Hawi Fesa ran 2:14.56, obviously super fast. And then Natasha Rogers was the top American. She finished 6th overall, ran 2:23.28, which was a PB. And then, yeah, Dakota Lindworm, which is actually, she goes by Dakota Popin.
Oh, Popin. Yeah, because she changed her name when she got married. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but her Instagram handle is still Dakota Lindworm. Apparently she went out super hot. She went through half in sub 2:21 pace, but hung on, ran 2:24.21 for a lifetime best, seventh in her career, or seventh place in the race.
That's huge.
Yeah, but I think Connor Mantz,
different level.
Yeah, I mean, he's so far. I don't even know who's like even roughly in the ballpark of Connor Mantz from an American side of things. And I think he could be taking a step soon to hopefully be competing for, I mean, I know like 2 minutes and 20 seconds is like a big difference to like make that jump. But
that's 1%.
Yeah, in a marathon. So, but you know, that's what you fight for, is like micro percentages.
That's what we're all doing.
But he's so good, man. He's so good. He's so good at the marathon. He's also really young.
And really nice, too. He's a really good guy.
Yeah, really good person from everything you've told me. And seems like a really nice person from all of his interviews and stuff. But yeah, he crushed it.
Mm-hmm.
And he almost got on the podium. He was fourth.
I know, that's so crazy.
He got like kind of outkicked for the podium. I saw in one of his interviews, he said he was kind of like, oh yeah, I wish I would have been able to kick a little bit. He was like critiquing. He was like, yeah, I was trying to be happy because I set the American record, but I was also like, oh fuck, I just got outkicked right at the end. So
that's running for you. There's always,
always another benchmark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's cool for Connor. I hope he can stay healthy. I know he was, dealing with some injuries last year. And so hopefully he can just stay healthy and keep this momentum. Yeah,
he's so good. I think Americans are probably going to be, I don't know, I probably shouldn't say this because running is progressing at such an insane rate that there'll be some American that pops out of the woodwork that runs some crazy time and then it's like, oh, never mind. But it seems like Connor is very well set up to dominate
for the next couple years.
The marathon for, hopefully. I would say through 2028 for sure.
Yeah, I would hope so. I would love to see Connor in 2028 competing for a medal. Yeah. That would be so sick.
Well, and Galen Rupp, not that he was like super competitive relatively in the race, but he said he's going to try to train through 2028 to try to make the 2028 team.
Wow.
Which is intense.
That's a lot of running for Galen.
Well, yeah, he's 39 right now. That's a crazy thing about the marathon is you can just do it so late into your career. Like people like Meb Keflezighi ran into pretty sure he ran into his 40s.
I mean, even Sarah Hall.
Yeah, sure.
She set the Masters record, but it's fast. It's like into the 220s or something.
Well, the crazy thing is she's technically setting Masters records, but she's still competing among the elite field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just the way things are going. I mean, there's a lot of women who are kind of in their 40s that are, I think there's more women in their 40s who are doing really well on the American side than there are men.
Yeah, I mean, 40s. Kiara D'Amato.
Yeah,
yeah, there's definitely a lot of that's a good point. I just think, if you're like a good 5K, 10K runner and you have interest in the marathon, not saying, I mean, I can't personally wrap my head around racing a marathon in that sense of running all out, but you can really extend your career in professional running if you are good in the 5K, 10K, and you have interest in the marathon. You can,
totally.
Yeah.
And there's a decent amount of money too. There's interest.
Oh yeah, there's tons of money,
and you get taken really good care of.
Yeah, road races.
Yeah, they're really well organized, really well put together. The athletes are treated really well. So, I mean, it would be a logical step. The biggest problem though that I would have is figuring out how to run 100 miles a week to train for that shit.
Yeah, I mean, and if you want to be really good, I think you have to run 120, 130.
I think girls can run 100 and be relatively competitive.
Yeah, I'm sure though if you could stay healthy and run more, it would help.
Yeah, you're right. Yes. But I think dudes usually are running 120, 130.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know what how far Connor's running.
He's probably running 130 miles a week. Probably.
I have no idea.
He runs a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be that good. I mean, he's also freakishly talented, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, he was really good when he was younger.
Yeah.
You know,
It's crazy, though, because he was an NCAA champion on the track and in cross country, and he just went straight to the marathon.
Some people can do that.
I know. No, I know. It's just crazy. Well, that's what also I'm saying is like we're talking about how long. I mean, how old is Connor? He's 27?
He's 28, I think.
27, 28?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he could have
10 more years.
10 more
15.
insane years if he potentially wanted to, which is crazy to think about.
I know. It's really cool.
Yeah. So
that's the benefit of like the threshold-esque training is you can train longer.
Do they do that at BYU?
I think marathon runners typically are doing marathon pace, which is pretty close to threshold. So
yeah, that would be interesting. I wonder what they're training. I mean,
they go pretty hard from what I've seen in like YouTube videos and stuff.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, shout out Connor Mantz. You're a dog, dude.
Yeah, Connor is quickly going to be like goated, I think. He already is.
It's always just crazy though. Like one thing that I think is crazy is like when people are so good, I think everyone going into that was like just knew he was going to do it. That's always like a weird thing when people are so good that like you feel so confident that the result will happen that they're shooting for, even though like they haven't like technically done it.
I mean, good for him if that's his reputation. That's amazing.
No, I'm just saying like some people get to that point where it's like you just feel like before they race, it's like this guy just doesn't miss very often.
I know. It's few and far between, at least in distance running.
Yeah, it's really hard to do. It's like kind of like the Edward Cheserek sort of thing where it was like you just never thought the guy was going to lose.
Yeah, which is
and
very impressive.
In college, at least.
I know. Few and far between, but hopefully Connor can keep the momentum going, stay healthy, and I'd love to see him on a global podium soon.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the next step,
really
right?
cool.
Like finishing fourth in a world major. The next step is he wants a podium.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he'll get a podium in a world major for sure. But yeah, he could definitely medal if he stays healthy at definitely at a Worlds, because Worlds is like a little bit less competitive.
But I think the Olympics.
Yeah, the Olympics. I think it's realistic to think that he has a chance to medal at the next Olympic. Yeah. I mean, he definitely has a chance. He had a chance at the last Olympics. It was possible.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he just keeps getting better.
Yeah,
it's really cool to see. Yeah,
he's a dog. But yeah, also shout out to Natasha Rogers and Dakota Lindworm.
Yeah.
Or Dakota Poppin.
Poppin. I'm sorry, Dakota. We're butchering your last name. But you're
good job. And you're sending it.
Yeah.
And you're from shout out D2. She was D2. D2 dog. Gotta always appreciate that. Well, cool. That's all I got, Valerie.
That's all I've got, Kyle.
Damn. All right, look at us. All right, guys, a little bit of a disjointed podcast.
It's a variety pod. There's something in it for everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And if you made it all the way to the end, shout out to you because we talked about a lot of random shit. But yeah, we've been a little lazy on trying to recruit some guests.
i.e., I've been a little lazy on recruiting guests.
Well, both of us. We've been busy with other shit. But yeah, we're hoping to get a guest on soon. And yeah, still enjoying just making the pod. Even if we don't have any guests, we'll still make it. So yeah. Anyways, you want to sign us off?
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching or listening. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and give us a like and subscribe. I know that sounds kind of corny, but it really helps us out. If you're on Spotify, if you want to rate the pod, that'd be great. Also, if you're on Spotify, if you want to drop a comment, that would be nice. Also, YouTube people, drop a comment. If you have any questions for us or you want us to talk about something, just let us know. And we'll try to make that happen.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next week.
Peace.
Peace.